Hi and welcome to another video. In this one, I'm going to break down one of our recent projects and kind of look at the cinematography we used. So we recently produced a TV advert for Gasway. Gasway are primarily a heating company. They kind of service and install boilers. So it was in partnership with Norwich City, so it was relaying this back to the kind of warm feelings people get from being a supporter of the local team. So let's take a look at a few shots in the video and I'll dissect some of the techniques we used to sometimes subtly kind of bring in that kind of warm feeling and the emotion we wanted to bring out in the video. So this first shot of Michael, you can see straight away, it's not your typical kind of TV advert, buy one get one free style. So you can see the kind of shadowing on his face, and we kind of had this one light source here, which is just capturing that nice light onto his face and really giving him a warm feeling. It helps to sell kind of realism on this. It's avoiding that studio kind of fake lighting. It kind of looks like we just, rocked up to his house and started filming him. Let's delete that. Another thing to note here is this use of kind of close-ups. You'll see throughout each of the kind of vignettes in the story, we keep going back to this kind of close-up shot, which I think it gives it a nice parallel between them and it helps connect those stories together into a single video. So this next shot is of some of Michael's photos. He has this nice album of kind of when he went to some of the matches with his family. You can see here is a couple of his family members and himself. This was on a 50 lens, and you can see it's got this nice depth to it. Obviously it's a really close shot of this photo, but you can just see kind of around the edges here how it's blurring out, and it adds to that kind of nostalgic feeling, which when you think of nostalgia, you think of warmth. So we were lucky enough to have some time with Grant Holt to work on this video. We only had about an hour with him, so we had to kind of really quickly grab what we needed. So we were filming at the Norwich City football ground and all the lights were completely turned off. So it was almost pitch black apart from, you can just see in the corner of this image here, there's this bright kind of strip of light. This is kind of like a heater. There's really, really nice light and kind of creating, you can see here in the corner, there's this lovely lens flare. So it's kind of flaring onto there. And it brings out this really nice, I keep saying really nice. It's creating this kind of almost like an outline on Grant's face here, and leaving. It's not silhouetted, but it almost is. It's just kind of picturing up a bit of light there on his eye. So moving on to the section of the video where we're filming with Bitsy, we were really lucky. She has this kind of apartment which is overlooking the stadium. So this shot here was filmed kind of on the other side of the balcony. You can see the light kind of hitting her on her hand here. This is 100% natural light. We decided to shoot this scene during the day. It kind of helps break it up from, we've just seen Michael in his home. We saw Grant Holt on the stadium at night time. Both the location and I think the time of day just helps set all these bits apart. Again, this shot really helps this section of the video stand out. As we're saying, the bits with Grant Holt are kind of outside. It's kind of got that nice warm and picking up all those lens flares and stuff. This shot's kind of very clean, and it's that little pop of color from her coat here. It's very kind of, just looking at it, it's very kind of eye-catching. Overall, it's important with cinematography not just to think, okay, this is a nice, pretty shot. The main job of cinematography is to really kind of reflect the feeling of the video. If I was like, oh, I'm gonna shoot this in wide shots and even lighting, you lose a lot of the feeling and emotion which the stories that they're telling and the video as a whole is trying to emote. When making TV adverts, it's always important to remember at the end of the day, the point of an advert is either to sell like a product or service, or just to build a relationship with your customers. It's about finding ways where you're still doing that, but also making something that's interesting to watch. So I hope this video has been interesting. If you'd like to see a few more of these, we can go back through our back catalogue of projects and dissect them. But I think Josh is going to do some soon on directing. So see you next time. Bye.